All right, welcome back to Mud and Rust Workshop. If you've seen our previous video, you saw us do our first start with our Predator 9500 generator from Harbor Freight. What we're going to do now is do our first oil change. You can go back and check out our other video to see kind of how we went about starting it up. We're going through the break-in cycle now. We have run the generator for 1 hour, and now we're going to get ready to do an oil change. So, we kind of went over this, in the other video, but if you look on the, what we're going to call the back side of the generator, or the side with your pull cord, you're going to find a panel down here that is going to, look like this. And it is where we filled our oil. It does say oil fill access door. A couple of screws at the bottom. This is where we put oil in it to do our startup, and now we're going to go through our first oil change with the generator. A couple things you're going to need. You're going to need something to capture your oil that is really low. Our oil pan did not do that. It was too tall, so we ended up just getting a little plastic Tupperware bowl. Again, it is a little over a quart of oil, 37 ounces, I believe is right. And there are two rubber plugs that you're going to want to pull out. One is going to be a long plug like this, and it is found in the bottom of the plastic kind of housing for the generator. What it is where your oil is actually going to flow out and flow into our container. The other is a plug that's on the side of the housing itself, and this is where we're going to stick our ratchet through and be able to take our drain plug out. Gonna want to go ahead and pull both of those out. Our engine is still warm, so from the kind of break-in process, we did just shut it off. And what we're going to do now is go ahead and get our 12 millimeter socket. That's what we're going to need. Also going to need an extension, and we're going to pop that plug out. We're also going to look at the oil itself and see what kind of metal shavings and stuff we may have in it. So let me grab my ratchet and we'll be right back. All right, so I'm going to try to get you guys a little bit closer to see what we're seeing. If you see, I'll put the socket on it. That is our drain plug. I've got a 6-inch extension here, just a regular 12 millimeter. And kind of what we were talking about earlier, you see this hole in the bottom, which is where that longer plug goes. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the oil out. We are going to put one of our shop towels in the bottom, just so we can get an idea of what kind of material we may get out from this first oil change. Curious about the metal that we may have in there. Again, the break-in period for this generator is 30 hours. We're doing our first oil change at 1 hour. So that is maybe a little bit overkill. And we're going to do some other things also on this generator that are not really necessarily just called for, but we do want to do it because we do want to have this thing ready to run when we need it. And here comes our oil. Really looks really good. I don't see much metal at all. I do see a little bit in there, a little shine in there now that we're getting kind of some of the other oil out. Not much discoloration. It is pretty clean. It is starting to turn some, but not terrible. We'll go ahead and let that finish draining out, and we'll take a look. We did lose our crush washer back there in the back, but all in all, not terrible, but there is some metal in there that I'm glad we're getting out before we go through the the longer break-in period. Again, do this just 1 hour, so not very long on the oil at all. May seem a little bit overkill, maybe a little bit of a waste, but again, we want this generator ready to run when we need it to run, and be able to power our camper, race car, trailer, house, whatever it is that we are trying to run with it. So I'm gonna let this finish draining, and we'll be back to. Well, it's actually almost done. So we'll take our rag and clean up a little bit on this area in here and get our washer back out since we dropped it. Again, remember we broke in with a straight 30 weight oil, not the recommended 10W30. We did that because we wanted to make sure we had a heavy enough oil to coat where we needed to coat. If you're not familiar with oils, and I'm not exactly an expert, but I do know that oil that is multi-weight oil starts out thinner and changes weight with heat. Now, generators do heat up really quickly. They're probably not an issue, and again, this is what they call for, so I'm sure it's probably not an issue. But just for peace of mind, I wanted to make sure that we had sufficient coating on the cylinders before we started the engine, because I don't want to make metal. I want to get metal out if there's metal there, but I don't want to make metal if at all possible. So we got everything pretty clean right there. And make sure we get all these surfaces so we don't make a mess in our board, or any more of a mess than we already have. And we will take a look at the oil. Put us a little rag in here so we stay clean, and find our plug, put it back in. Like so. Alright, so get everything adjusted down a little bit so we can see what we're doing. Sorry for the reflection, but we're going to take and do our best to kind of screen any metal through. We're making a mess. Okay. Alright, so we've already made a mess. Again, I said before, we did see a little bit of metal in the oil. I'm sure there might be a little bit on our towel. Not a huge amount, but enough that I'm glad that we did this, other than the mess I just made. You're not going to be able to see it, probably. I'm going to we'll turn on, we'll swap back over, see if I can turn on the flashlight. Okay, so I turn the, you may can see it, you may can't, but there is a fair amount of metal. Of course, you got some trash that was in here, from when I, didn't clean this out before, that has like grass and stuff in it. It may be a little bit difficult to see just from the phone, but there is quite a bit of shiny in here. So glad we went ahead and did this oil change. We don't want that to, end up staying in the engine any longer than it has to. So we'll do this probably for the first 5 hours. We will probably do it once an hour, maybe. Don't really know. Maybe that's right. Maybe it's not. Probably do it once an hour for the first 3 anyway. Just kind of see what it looks like before we do a, kind of our oil change, our long term, ready to run oil change. All right, so just a little update. We are at oil change number 3. This is after 3 hours of running. You can see that we're pretty clean on the oil. We did see a little bit of, metal. And you can see some trash on the bottom of our container here, but I don't see any specks in this one. Maybe a couple of really small ones. We did see a little bit in the change after hour 2 though. So we're at number 3. I'm probably gonna let this one ride for a few more hours and see what it looks like, maybe at like hour 10 or so. But all in all, it's cleaned up pretty good after a couple oil changes. Like always, we appreciate you guys watching us here at Mud and Rust. We love to bring you content. We love to bring you, informative stuff that you're able to use, in your own life with your own stuff at your own home. So like this, it's not following the recommended procedure for the break-in. Probably going above and beyond, but I do believe that you're going to have more success for a longer period of time by following this process. Do it how you want to do it. Maybe overkill, may not, but we want to protect our investment and make it last as long as it can. It is a Harbor Freight generator. It's not going to last forever. It's not a Honda, but we want to do everything we can to make it last as long as we can. Again, appreciate you guys watching. Hit that like and subscribe button so we can bring you more content, and stay tuned for some more stuff about this generator.